shit is trash, bang this, cause I guarantee that you bought it. Heavy airplay all day with no chorus. I keep it thorough, nigga.
Alright, this is one of those spiritual videos, okay? So, the question is, why do people sin or have a steady habit of constantly doing the wrong thing? Now, some might say because of the lack of direction and the fact that they're missing this, that, and the third, and I'm not saying they're wrong, but from my point of view, I feel like a lot of people sin and do what they know is wrong, not because they didn't know any better, not because their father wasn't around, not because of this, that, and the third. We're exposed to so much that it's not even funny. I think about my childhood and I think about the childhood of people growing up now, and I'm like, they are exposed to so much. It's not even funny what they're exposed to. Just hop on the internet alone. The internet being one medium. Just look at what you can be exposed to on the internet. Right? So, people are just exposed to so much. Right? And I guess it is a good thing because you kind of see what happens when you act out of pocket. Right? So, I'm inclined not to necessarily use that route because it just leads to excuses. But nevertheless, these people do what they do, not because they don't know any better, but because they have a misunderstanding of what forgiveness actually is. Forgiveness does not lead to happiness. Okay? If I'm a quarterback and you, listener, are one of my receivers, and I need to make a certain pass to you, but I have to throw it really hard, like a bullet, right? A straight bullet to the chest, okay? And you drop it. What happens? We're not going to score. We're not going to win the game. Now, I can forgive you, right? I can forgive you for dropping that pass, but does that mean that you're going to catch it the next time? Especially if I know I've made that pass to you a couple of times and you've dropped it. I can forgive you, but is that going to mean you're going to catch it the next time? No. If you want to catch that ball, score the touchdown, therefore we win the game, you're going to have to practice the proper technique to how to catch a bullet, right? A hard pass to the chest. You're going to have to practice it till it becomes easier, to the point where then it becomes second nature. So now you'll be able to, guess what? Make that catch when I throw it, score the points, right? We win the game, and hopefully we win the championship. That's how it works. But forgiveness by itself doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. Most people stay sinning and doing the wrong thing, and then they want forgiveness, and they assume that they're supposed to be happy. No. You still don't have the skills or the tools to do the right thing. It comes with practicing good behavior. Right? And the problem that a lot of people don't understand, it is hard at first. I get it. It's not easy doing the right thing, but it's a learned habit. Just like a young person trying to say no to drugs, right? It's going to be hard for you to say it initially. But the more and more you do it, the more and more you get used to it, right? Just like drinking and whatnot, at first couple of times, you feel pressured. But after you get used to saying no, it becomes a whole lot easier. Then you'll even understand how to avoid certain situations and all that other good stuff, right? So it becomes second nature. It may be tough, but you are used to doing the right thing. I look at it as almost like working out, right? When you start a new routine, the first week or so sucks, right? Because you're fatigued and it's painful, but it's not that good pain, right? When you're at the gym and you're fatigued and you're doing what you have to do, but it's a good fatigue, right? It's a good pain, like you feel good. But whenever you start a new routine, it can be awkward, it can suck, right? Your body is hurting in new ways, and it takes a while to get used to it. But after a while, it's still going to hurt, but you get used to it, right? You know how to navigate through it, you know how to work through it. And that's what really leads to happiness, the practice of good behavior. And I don't see this in a lot of black people that I'm around. I'm sure other people have the same problem, but I'm not around them to the same degree. There isn't the practice of the right behavior. It's a whole bunch of people who constantly have this whole idea of I can do whatever, be forgiven, and I'm really going to be happy. Right? But like I said before, if you think about it, why should forgiveness lead to you being happy? Do you know what to do? Right? You being forgiven doesn't ensure that you're not going to make the same mistake again. That's why we have so many repeat offenders. It's the practice of good behavior. So the only way, in my eyes, to really know somebody is just to sit down and watch and see what they do. Right? But the problem with that is that people are so content, right, in believing that they can't be judged or they can't be evaluated. Oh, everybody sins and everybody's forgiven. That doesn't work like that. Right? It doesn't. So anyways, you guys tell me how you feel, because I love getting into these debates with the quote-unquote religious type people, because, their whole sense of happiness is always held on God forgiving me, you know what I mean? Pray for forgiveness, pray for this, pray for that. And my thing is, that doesn't make you happy. It's pseudo. It's pseudo, right? You just get used to sinning, right? Your happiness is, perverted. It's based off of you doing whatever you want to do and running to get forgiveness. You know what I mean? So, that's my biggest, challenge to a lot of people who claim to be church going and religiously inclined. I just don't see how you can base all your happiness off of the fact that the Lord forgives you. So anyways, you guys tell me how you feel. Take it easy. God bless.